evening. Welcome, everyone. I'm so excited to be here. It's an honor and a privilege to be the host of the month. It's already ending. So whoever is ready, just raise your hand. Tell your leader that you want to be, our next host of the month. Welcome to the call. We're going to be talking about our compensation plan this morning. I'm going to go ahead and introduce our amazing sales manager. Daniela. Daniela graduated from Mexico. Give me just a minute. She's very high energetic person. She's passionate about what she does, always bringing new ideas to the table and helping us how to further, our business. And she's been doing this over 14 years. She has, a degree in fine art and graphic designer. And I always laugh, every time when she comes in, she's like right here, like very energetic. And, like even if you're like tired and you're like, you just gonna, get up and get started. And you're like, you get that energy from her. And I really would appreciate that from you, Daniela. So help me, everyone, to welcome our super awesome sales manager, Diploma, Daniela Ferreira. Sorry, saying your name kind of weird. So welcome, everyone. And take it over from you, my dear.
Thank you so much. And I love that you say energy. Remember, one of my phrases I always use is, if we don't have energy, we have nothing, right? The energy is going to enlight your passion. And, energy means we are alive. We are thankful for whatever it is that we have. And I know all of you are super blessed and all of you have something amazing to be thankful for. So one of the things I always encourage entrepreneurs when they come to me and they are like you're saying, okay, like I'm not in my day, like today I'm just, not there. That's okay. We all have ups and downs and days that we don't even feel like, jumping out of bed. And, for me, it's how we react to those situations. So energy means, we are healthy, we are excited, we are happy, we are alive. I just had my delicious breakfast. Appreciate every single thing that you have. And the more you become into that habit, you are into that realm. You enter into that space. Of course, I have difficult days. Of course, I have days where I cry. Of course, I have days where I'm sad. Of course, I have days where I just want to quit. Absolutely, there's going to be those days in your life. But guess what? The good thing about being an entrepreneur and independent partner is that you get to choose how you want to live your day, right? You have freedom. And now with this amazing compensation plan, you also have speed, freedom and speed. So there is a lot of things that when we look at not only the compensation plan, but our daily activities, right? What am I doing today to bring into the table? What am I doing today to bring value to people? What am I doing today to be a blessing for someone? And I'm going to share something with you. As you know, for example, like I'm always like in the office, we have a big office for customer service, right? So we have product department, shipping department, PBS, and all the team, always working in synchrony. Because, for example, if somebody calls in and say, oh, I have an emergency, I need to change the address of my order. I made a mistake, for example, and instead of going to USA, it's supposed to go to, let's say, Kenya, right? So we need to be able to communicate between the departments. But you see, we're such a small team, believe it or not, that we are able to communicate with each other. So sometimes we are always listening, and I'm always paying attention in case somebody needs assistance or if there's a question that it's been to, that somebody has to ask and they don't have the answer, So I'm always like on the move. And the other day, one of our, probably you have spoken to him. His name is Ahmed. He's a phenomenal, team member. He's an addition to our PBS team. And he's like, Daniela, I can't believe you. Like you are like on top of everything. Like I'm here, like on the phone, maybe like I'm not loud, but like, like if I'm hesitating or if I'm, I don't have the answer for the customer, you are already listening to me, but at the same time, you're listening to other three conversations, right? So you evolve, you become better on a daily basis. Why? Because I want to make sure that the information that's given to you, not always is going to be what you expect to hear, but at least we're here for you. And when we understand what we have, and this is something I train them on every day, like Monday morning, oh my God, you're so much energy for a Monday morning. You know, I'm just dragging my feet sometimes because I'm still in weekend mode. But that happens to everybody, not necessarily only in the office, right? And so we are discussing, and I always say, listen, every time you pick up the phone, think of what can you bring of value to that person. And this applies not only to the people in the office, but to every single one of you on this call. Because when you're calling your customers, when you're presenting the opportunity, when you are training yourself on, you know, the compensation plan, it's things that you are adding to your plate when it comes to value and information and training so that you can become better. So that when you go out there, outside our opulence bubble, you can go and share, you can go inspire, you can go empower, you can go motivate, you can go share with your heart and passion about what we have. So I was having a meeting, and probably one of those leaders are here. You know, I was having a meeting with some of the leaders that are building Nigeria. And this week we were talking about, you know, they were telling me their challenges and why, you know, people can be rude on the phone and why people are like, oh my God, like, I don't want to know anything about it. Or maybe they don't even know the name of the company anymore, right? So they are telling me their challenges and the objections that they have with people on the phone. And I said, do you understand the value of what you have? And they were quiet, right? I said, do you understand that you have an infinity compensation plan, that, you know, you're giving them an opportunity to be back into this amazing opportunity that maybe they saw 10 years ago or 6 years ago or 7 years ago? And they were like, wow, Danny, like, you're right. You're making us realize we should be in our space of positive energy, of, you know, excitement, of value. And if you are not here to take it, that's not a problem. I'm as happy as I was before I pick up the phone and call you. So I want to teach you and I want to show you how to stay in that realm, in that energy, in that moment. So I loved, and I thank you, Naima, for acknowledging it, because yeah, it's not easy. I was watching a video this week that says it's harder to be optimistic than it is to be pessimistic. Did you know it is an actual decision that you make every day? So if you're grumpy, if you're problematic, if you're a troublemaker, it is a decision too. You are choosing. And guess what? It's easier than it is to be happy, than it is to be excited, than it is to be energetic. So you are definitely going to face positive and negative every single day. We have it beside us all day, right? All the time. We always going to have maybe people that are negative in our lives. Maybe you're going to have people that are toxic in your lives. Maybe you have people that, it could be even your family members. It could be people that you live or that you share spaces with. Maybe if you still have a job, maybe the people at your workplace are not nice people. What are you choosing? Okay. So I hope that, you know, with my energy and whatever I'm trying to share with you, you realize and you test yourself into how are you choosing to live your life? How are you choosing to be today? All right. So after our 5-minute intro, and I hope that this helps you, because the team was super excited to understand, wow, Danny, that's true. We have something amazing to share with people. And if they're just being negative, that's okay. Leave them with their negativity. I don't need your negativity in my life, right? I'm just going to continue to bless, motivate, inspire, and excite other people about our amazing compensation plan. Like, you do not move from your focus. And yes, you're going to welcome them. And yes, you're going to be here for them. And guess what? If you're interested, just let me know. And I'm going to keep on calling you until you say an absolute no. Okay. Or for example, I believe Estella was sharing with me, what happens if the person doesn't pick up the phone again? They are looking at my messages and they're not responding. I said, always leave the door open, send them a voice note. You know, send them a voice note and say, hi, this is Daniela from Opulence Global. I apologize, I haven't been able to, you know, catch you on the phone. Always make it your fault. You know, it's their fault because they haven't picked up, but you don't have to tell them, right? I'm so sorry we haven't been able to connect. I just want to make sure that I am not bugging you. I don't want to bug you. I don't want to be a pest. I don't want you to be like, do not answer the phone call to Daniela. No, right? I just want to make sure that, you know, the communication between you and me, it's clear. And if you have a grievance, or if you are upset at something that happened to you, or if you are reacting based on your own experience, I am here to either clear the air or wish you the best in your endeavors. It's not about, I have to convince you that you have to come back just because I want you to come back, or because I know I have the best compensation plan in the world. You know that, but you have to stay in that fact. Because if you allow other energies to come in through you, I'm telling you, you're going to be crying every day, right? Because we are surrounded with negativity. Or what happens with the person that doesn't see value in your products, right? So why would you buy my shampoo instead of the shampoo that you buy at the stores? I was having this training with the team in Mexico, and you understand that this is not only for people that maybe, for example, in case of Fountain of Life, this is not only for people who have a certain condition in their life. You're not looking for people who have diabetes. You're not looking for people who have high blood pressure. You're looking for every single soul that's moving, within 2 feet from you. And how are they going to adapt Fountain of Life into their lifestyle? This is not only for vegan people who takes care of their health. And it was like an eye opener. But how do you do that? You stay in your realm, you stay in your space, and you have to feed that on a daily basis. Okay. So I hope this helps with a little bit of motivation, Naima, as well, on, being energetic and being excited. And of course, having a positive attitude towards we do. I love Saturday morning trainings, right? Does it show that I love to be here, that I don't come like, oh my God, I haven't had one Saturday off in 5 years? No, I don't come with that attitude, right? I come, I give you my best, and I give you my 100%, my 1000% when I'm here, because I'm excited. And I just hope that you find value in these trainings every single Saturday. So now we went from 20 people to 67 people. And I hope more will be coming. And I also want you to send your suggestions. We have normally we have 4 Saturdays on a month. Some months we have 5 Saturdays, and we have an extra training. As you know, we implemented the scheduled training. So the first Saturday is the first 30 days business planning session. The second Saturday, we normally have a training, and the third Saturday we have a night of the stars. The fourth Saturday we have compensation plan, or the fourth Saturday after night of the stars. And then if there is a fifth Saturday, we always have, an extra training. But I find that every single one of you as trainers of trainers are passing on this information with your team. And other things that we're working on in the background are videos and tutorials that you can have from your back office in case, you started, let's say, on the 3rd week of the month and you miss the compensation plan, and there's not going to be another training on compensation plan until the next month. But if you feel that you are wanting or craving or like feeling that you need training on a specific topic, and that topic is not on the YouTube channel, for example, from a training I did, let's say 3 years ago or 4 years ago, send me a message. Okay, you can put your teams together. You can say, Danny, I want to have my team a little bit of training on sales strategies. And then I'll come on and I'll do training for your team on sales strategies. And I can teach you so that you can become trainer of trainers and pass that information to your team. Okay. So I am actively building the teams like that, just because we all have different backgrounds. We all treat the business differently. And then you as leaders can create your own, and build your own set of trainings that you want to give to your team. Unfortunately, I only have 2 hours a week, which is Saturday mornings, to give you training. So I want to start incorporating more and more. And even though the YouTube channel is there and you have access to all your trainings over there, sometimes, if there's a new person, we want to like load the person with training and teach them everything we know. And like, imagine, I've been in this industry for 16, 17 years. And I was like, wow, I can't teach you everything in one day, right? So it takes time, but the best part of this is that you can earn money as you learn, okay? So let's get into this. Please write down all your questions, put them in the Q&A. Naima can interrupt me at any time. I want to make it as dynamic as possible. And of course, believe it or not, even our top leaders ask me questions about compensation plan on a daily basis. That means people are asking these questions, right? And I love that, because sometimes they text me like, Danny, I just want to make sure I'm giving the right information. Is this like this? Am I supposed to say this? right? So I love it. There is no right or wrong question. The problem is when the question is there and you don't ask it, okay? No stupid question, no dumb question, nothing. We don't judge the questions, just put them here. I want to make sure that by noon, you are equipped and you have learned everything you need to know about compensation plan. Okay? Awesome. I'm going to read some of your questions. I appreciate it with gratitude. Thank you so much. An opportunity like no other. We are the best of the best. I love that, Tammy. We are the best of the best. So we sell value. Are we just over broke? Toxic environment. Isn't it the truth? Toxic, we all have, you know, that person. I remember one time, one training I took, Tammy, about toxicity and people. And this training was how many minutes do you give to people? There is people that you can stay with them for hours. And I wish that I could be that person that you can speak with me for hours. And that's not a problem. You're going to have people in your life that are like, hello, how are you? Like 5 minutes. And then they start nagging and dragging their feet. And then you're like, okay, that's it. Like there's a 5-minute people. Then there is the 1-minute people that you say hi just because you're trying to be educated. And you're like, good morning, have an amazing day. And then you have the way from afar people. You're like, hi. And then you're like from afar, you're saying hi, you're being nice to them, but you just can't stand them for over a minute because of their energy and the toxicity they have. So by identifying what type of people, you can still be a blessing to them. You can still be giving them the good energy and the good and positive environment, but you have to protect your energy as well, right? So I love that. Let's see, Ferry Sterling is not even in our hands yet, and my pre-order sale purchase is already sold out. What? I love that. So you can do another pre-order. Remember, you can do as many pre-orders as you want, okay? They also are cash transactions, standalone only. And today we're gonna watch the video again. I wanna get you super excited about the pre-orders that I know people are gonna take massive, massive advantage of.
Hey, Danielle, can I wait these questions until till you start, or should I go ahead and I see some questions coming in already?
Amazing. Let's do the questions as we go. Perfect. Bring them on.
All right. So Charlene said, good morning, Danny. Just to be clear, for upgrades, especially LB to LA, how is the shopping credit set up? Is it also divided?
Yes. So whatever difference is, remember the upgrades. First of all, when you upgrade from retailer to LA or retailer to LP, the only thing that you don't get is the VIP Builder 5s, okay? That's number one. That's a VIP Builder 5 is a bonus. But the difference in shopping credits, you definitely get based on the package. If it's past the 24 hours, the difference in shopping credits is split, right? So from your 960, I believe it's 960 minus whatever they got, that's the difference they receive. And from the 30% of shopping credits in the regular shopping credits and whatever they pay, they get the difference. It's always the difference in the package. They just don't get the bonus. And the bonus is the VIP Builder 5. Okay? I hope that answers your question. So okay, if this is an older partner or someone that was a retailer before or a promoter before, and they are upgrading with the new package, if it's, more than 24 hours, they have to upgrade with the 1875 package. Okay.
Awesome. Okay, other question coming from Mofan. He said, please explain personal team bonus.
Awesome. We're going to talk about personal team bonus today. And I love that. We're going to go into the slides right now. And remember, this document is also available in your back office. We have made some updates to it. So download the new version. It just has the new colors and the new filling. And we have included the new packages as well. So remember one thing, when people ask you if you're talking to networkers and people who know about compensation plans, the first thing you want to tell them is, number one, is our compensation plan pays up to 8.5% on both teams, all sales to infinity. Okay, 3 concepts. It's a record-setting infinity plan that pays up to 8.5% on both teams, all sales to infinity. This is something very unique. I can tell you from all the compensation plans, and I know we have Rene Liao, one of our youngest millionaires. He's a compensation plan master. He loves numbers. He's an amazing urchin and he loves data. So he has investigated all of these things in all of different companies, and this gives you the confidence, right? Number two, you can earn up to $60,000 a week in residual income, generating up to $3,120,000 a year, only for the binary. Okay, this doesn't count bonuses, this doesn't count MGRS, this doesn't count car program, this doesn't count your sales. Within the binary, that's the maximum, okay, that you can make, $3 million a year. And you have different ways to earn with the business, 12 different ways of earning money. And today I'm going to share those 12 different ways. The first one is the easiest, I would say, the most common one. And a lot of people understand it is the easiest concept, obviously, of business, where you buy at wholesale and you sell at retail. Okay. So you can earn up to 59% in retail profits, which means, remember when we talk about profitability versus discounts, okay? 30% discount on a product, but if you're buying it and you are a consistent partner that has an extra 10% discount, okay, as a preferred partner, now you're buying at a 38% discount, okay? You can either sell direct sales person to person. You can sell through your e-commerce platform and make 30% profits, okay? Or you can create promotions. Like I'm super excited because I want to show you so many ideas for Sterling, for Fountain of Life, for Fairy Flawless. I was talking about that on my training on Thursday with the team in Mexico. And there is so many ideas that you can integrate. I just want you to be creative, think outside the box. But let's say you have one VIP shopper and that VIP shopper bought 5 bottles of Fountain of Life and you make $20 average per bottle. That's your $100 profit. Very easy to calculate. The software does it for you, by the way. Okay. So if you are selling through your e-commerce platform, all you have to do is when you log in into your back office, you're going to be able to see your retail profits, and you see it retail commission from this customer, from this purchase. You can see it in my customers. You can see what they order, what did they order in each order and how much profit you made from each order. Okay. So I just think it's super clear. I love the looks. We're also revamping the website, by the way. I'm very excited about that. So as you can have as many VIP customers as you want, and then they can buy as much as they want. So how much money do you want to make this month? You can understand how many customers do you need if you are looking into retail profits, okay? Number 2, wholesale profits, okay? This is where the company is also giving you upfront money when you are opening shops around the world. So if you are sharing the business opportunity and the person is deciding to open a retailer shop, the company is going to give you a $25 wholesale profit. Okay. Now, if the person becomes a promoter or joins as a promoter, you earn $100. And if you share the business opportunity and the person becomes a lifestyle advisor shop owner, you receive $250 in wholesale profits, right? We call them wholesale commissions. So in your e-wallet, you can see wholesale profit, enroller commission for this lifestyle advisor or this lifestyle promoter or this retailer. Okay. And then you see your money for the day. So when people say, okay, how can I make extra $1,000 this month? Perfect. You can launch 4 shops, 4 delays, $1,000 in commissions. So it's not one or the other. You can have both so far, right? So I'm going to keep on adding money to the pocket. I'm just adding different venues because every people is going to react to the business differently. Maybe someone is going to make a purchase today and down the road in 6 months, they see the value of having a shop and they decide to join the business. So you not only make retail profits on that person, after you continue to make wholesale profit and after you continue to make sales volume. So there is always profitability room for you. Okay. Third, we're going to get into the meats and potatoes, right? The third way we make money is residual income. So in order to teach you residual income, I'm going to explain the basics of the compensation plan when it comes to qualifying yourself. Okay. We have something that you're going to hear over and over on the trainings, 150 PV, 150 PV, 150 PV. I always say PV. Don't ever say $150. Don't ever say all you have to do is $150. Don't use the term dollars. Use the term PV. Okay. I see it. I hear it. Every single day, people are confused about this. You need to generate $150 in personal volume to be qualified. Personal volume means lifestyle advisor pricing in Canadian dollars, okay? In Canadian value, every country has a different value because every country has a different price, because it costs different amount of money to make business in different countries. So if people ask you, why is this? The easiest way I find to explain it is, do you know iPhones? Okay, does it cost the same to buy an iPhone in United States than it is to buy an iPhone in Mexico? What's the answer? No, absolutely not. It doesn't cost the same, right? There is a lot of cost involved to bring an iPhone into Mexico. It's exactly the same thing. So the pricing in Canada is very different than the pricing in Kenya or Philippines or Singapore or St. Lucia or anywhere in the world. So every country has a different zone pricing, but the value of the product is the same anywhere in the world. So the value of your products is always calculated in Lifestyle Advisor Canadian pricing. Okay? Now, in order to qualify, you either shop products to sell or you shop products for personal use. Okay? And you can choose to buy products, okay, and ship them to your home, or buy something very unique we have in our company that I don't see other companies having it, that it's called shopping credit purchase. Now, whether you buy products or you buy shopping credits, it is the same thing. They have the same value, okay? Now, shopping credits have universal value because there is no product. You're paying $150 regardless, okay? But if you're buying products in different countries, to take the product into your country costs differently. So the cost of the product is different. So when you are ready to redeem the shopping credits, depending on the country that you're shopping for, is the price you're going to see in your back office. Okay. Now, in order for me to be PV qualified, that means I have generated a minimum of $150 in personal volume. Okay. Every shopping credit date. And all of you have a different shopping credit date that is based on the day that you join the business. Some of you join on the 10th, some of you join on the 15th, some of you join on the 18th, some of you join in any day of the month. 7 days prior to that date is your shopping credit date. And if you go into your dashboard, you can see when is your shopping credit date. That's going to be the date that your credit card, if you are on a subscription, that's the date that your credit card is going to be charged. Okay? That day is the day that your credit card is going to run, or the software is going to run either your Smart Buy subscription or your backup subscription. Okay? Is there any questions in regards to PV?
I see one just came in actually too. And Howard says, thank you, Danny. Can you please show me how to check if I have CV?
If you have a Smart Buy? Okay. So when you go in your back office, there is a Smart Buy page. When you click on it, if it takes you to the products, that means you don't have it. If it takes you to the summary of what you selected, that means you have it. Okay? So if you don't have a Smart Buy, but you most likely have a backup subscription, like, let me share with you. And actually, I think it's going to be a good idea, Naima, to show them live. What do you think? Is it better if we show everybody live?
I guess they can see it.
Is it more clear to you when I show you the back office? Okay,
what Howard is asking, I think was how much CV she has.
So in order to know how much CV you have, all you have to do is go under team volume. Okay, and I'm going to show you in a minute. Perfect. So I have my back office open here. And I'm going to show you. So let's say you're going to go here where it says the Smart Buy. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
So you see, if you see this summary, that means you have subscribed and it tells you what have you selected. So in this case, my smart buy, okay, that is going to be run every 23rd of the month, okay, it's $232. So that means that on July 23rd, the software is going to charge me this. Now I can edit my smart buy and click edit and select something else. So let's say the next 23rd of the month, which is going to be July 23rd, I don't want any products. I only want shopping credits. Perfect. So you come here, you delete what you have. So I don't want FOL. I want a family pack. I don't want moisturizer and Quad AG. I don't want it. I don't want shopping credits. I don't want additional credits. I want to process my smart buy if I'm PV qualified, and then I save it. Confirm you're going to have a family pack. Confirm. Perfect. So on the 23rd, it's going to take me to the summary again. On the 23rd of July, you see, your smart buy has been successfully updated. I'm going to buy a family pack, and my price is going to be $776. Okay. I am letting the system know what I wish to have on the 23rd. Oh, no. I made a mistake. I don't want this. I want to edit it again. Perfect. You can go and edit as many times as you want, as long as you do it before midnight on this date, Eastern Standard Time. Okay. If you edit it after, we will see it in the orders because the software processes the orders automatically. And then in the bottom, you can see, then you go back to your dashboard, you go back into your main page, and you're gonna see how many orders you have either done, if they were declined, if they were PV qualified, whatever happens every month, you can see a report in the bottom, okay? You can see your order history here. For example, in May, your payment declined because you didn't have a credit card. So it tells you whether they were completed, canceled, shipped, whatever. You can see the entire history here as well. Does that answer the question? Perfect.
Hopefully it did. I see other question come in. On the wholesale profit, what if the retailer enrolls as a retailer and then promoter as a promoter or retailer?
Perfect. So for that, we have a chart. Actually, I don't know if I have the chart right here. Let me just go check. In the compensation plan training, so all you have to do, and I'm going to go right here to show you, the document has all the 3 different levels and all the 3 different levels of wholesale profits. Remember, when we do the training, I only speak about the lifestyle advisor package. But if you're a retailer or a promoter and you're bringing people, you definitely are making money. It's just a little bit less. So you're going to go here where it says training and events, business tools. And then under business tools, you're going to click on the pathway. So you open the pathway. And in here, we have added all the charts for you. It's more of a detail. It's also in your prosperity book, okay? So you're gonna go here where it says wholesale profits. And if you're a retailer, okay, and you launch a retailer, you make $15. If you launch a promoter, you make $50. And if you launch an advisor, you make $100. If they use the $1,500 24-hour deal, you make $80. Okay, so you're always going to make a little bit less depending on the type of shop that you launch. I hope this answers your question. And you can follow these charts at all times. Okay, perfect. Anything else?
Yep, I see another question. Margaret said, when someone buys a family pack within the smart buy month, will that be counted for one smart buy for the month?
Yeah. I don't know if I am understanding your question, but when you buy anything on the smart buy, it counts towards your PV. And it qualifies you for that particular month and from date to date. So in this case, for example, the date for this shop is the 23rd. So between May 23rd and June 23rd, whatever you buy qualifies you for the PV of that month so that you can be commission qualified. Okay? But If you place the order in the previous month, for example, some people confuse and try to mix both promotions. The promotion of the 10% Smart Buy discount is based on a calendar month. That means you have to make a purchase in the calendar month. So if between the 23rd, if you ordered on May 23rd and you haven't ordered anything in June, you are not going to be PV qualified for June. If you want to have the 10% discount in August, right? Sorry, in July. So all the time we have to make sure that in the time frame of the calendar month, I make my purchase. But if you do the purchase, let's say on the 24th of June, after the date, you're not going to be PV qualified for the previous 4 weeks. So if you are qualifying for commissions, you have to make sure that always within the 4 weeks, you have made a purchase so that you are always PV qualified. Okay. So it's two different concepts, and sometimes people mix both. Okay. It's just a normal behavior. We always try to combine promotions. Next question.
There's no questions for now.
Awesome. So let's continue. Now, when I am PV qualified, I either buy products or buy shopping credits. Now I am qualified. I am going to teach my team to do the same, right? Because if everybody on my team generates a minimum of $150 in personal volume, the sales volume are going to be there. Everybody's going to be shopping to sell. Everybody's going to have products to, you know, if they are doing one-on-ones or if they're doing the minimum. Okay, so if the minimum is 150, that's fine. Maybe it's someone that's only ordering products for personal use. Maybe it's someone who, you know, just wants to have products every 3 or 4 months. So they buy shopping credits every month and then they redeem their credits. It's up to you. That's part of freedom and speed. Okay. Now, we have something called commissionable volume. And this is where I want to share with you that it doesn't matter what you buy in your website. It doesn't matter what you buy in your website. Everything has a commissionable volume depending on what product it is. So you can accumulate this volume, okay, on any transaction that happens in your organization to infinity. That means that if you have 3 people, you get volume from 3 people. If you have 5 people, you get volume from 5 people. If there is 100 people, you get volume from 100 people. Whether you bring them or not into the business, they are all part of your team. So that's why we call it to infinity, because it doesn't matter how many people you have in your team, you get paid sales volume on every single one of them. Okay. So if there is 300 people on the organization, you make CV on the 300 people. Now, depending on what they buy, if they buy fashion, beauty, personal care, or shopping credits, 30% from the Lifestyle Advisor Canadian pricing pushes into the binary. Okay, so if you want to have your calculators out, if you buy $150 in shopping credits times 30% gives you 45 commissionable volume. Okay, if you buy a purse for $100 in Canada, okay, 30% of that pushes in CV. Okay, if it's fashion. Now, the only product that pushes 60% is Fountain of Life. That's why I have it here separate. Okay. Fountain of Life alone pushes 60% in the binary. That means that if I buy $100 value of Fountain of Life in Canada, 60%, that means $60 in CBE will push into the binary. So the people who buy shopping credits, you get 30%. When they redeem the shopping credits for FOL, you get the extra 30%. Okay. So this is very important because sometimes people don't know where is this volume coming from. So why do I get 45 and then I get the other 45 is because based on what they paid, the transaction that they paid at checkout, if they are redeeming their shopping credits for Fountain of Life, they get the extra 30%. And if they didn't have the 100% to cover for that, then from the 100% that they paid cash, they get 60%. So you get a portion, 60%, and another portion, 30%. That gives you the CV value for that order, okay? The software calculates everything for you. You don't have to worry about that, but it's good to know where it comes from, okay? Is there any questions on CV?
Margaret is clearing the first question she asked earlier about the family pack. If someone buys a family pack, He said not in the Smart Buy shop, but in the regular shop.
Yeah.
Like maybe somebody bought from her and she's wondering if that will qualify her for Smart Buy.
Okay,
Like,
this is two different questions. I can buy a family pack today, or I can buy the same family pack in the Smart Buy. It is exactly the same thing. The only difference is the date. Okay. If you put it in the Smart Buy page, it's not an order that you're making today. The Smart Buy is only going to run once a month, which is your shopping credit date. So only in this case, the page that I'm sharing with you is the 23rd. So first thing you need to identify is when is my date. If your date is the 23rd, that means the 23rd, the software is going to run the Smart Buy automatically. Whatever you have in there, if it's going to be a family pack, like in this example, okay, it's going to be a family pack. But if I buy on the 22nd, and I have selected the option, do not process my Smart Buy if I'm PV qualified because I bought the family pack today. Now listen to what I'm saying. If I bought the family pack, that means I paid cash for the family pack. Then I'm going to be PV qualified, and then the software is not going to run my Smart Buy. But if I selected, please run my Smart Buy, even if I'm PV qualified and I bought a family pack today and my Smart Buy day is tomorrow, the software is going to run my Smart Buy tomorrow. So you're going to have a second family pack coming to you. Okay. I just want to make sure they're both things are the same. The difference is that the Smart Buy is programmed to run once a month and the order, you just go place it whenever you want. But they both have the same value. Now in the Smart Buy, because it's a new order, for the new month, it has to be cash transaction. You cannot use your shopping credits for the Smart Buys. But if you're placing an order today, you can definitely use your shopping credits. But if the cash portion is not there, you're not going to be PV qualified. Okay. And this was happening to a lot of people. Oh, but I bought product today. Yeah, but maybe your PV was 149 PV. So when the software checks at midnight, is this person qualified for PV? Well, no, they have 149.99. Are they qualified? No, because the total has to be 150. So the software doesn't look at people, the software looks at a number, right? So if you have 149.99 PV, you're not qualified, period. So it's gonna run your shopping credit subscription or your Smart Buy, whatever you have. You can have both, the software only runs one. Okay, if you have a Smart Buy first, it's always going to check the Smart Buy first. If you don't have a Smart Buy at midnight, then at 3 a.m. is going to check for your backup subscription to protect your volume. Remember, all of these locks that we put in the software is to protect the volume. People call next day crying, oh my God, where is my volume? I missed it. Well, we gave you 7 days, right? You have 7 days between your shopping credit date and your anniversary date to make a payment or to qualify your shop with volume. So we need to make sure that we are all on top of this because everybody has different dates. Does that answer the question, Margaret? I want to make sure it's clear.
Yep, she said understood. So
awesome.
Okay, no more questions for now. You can go ahead.
Perfect. So I am going to generate CV from all sales, all orders, or people launching, all upgrades, anybody that buys product and redeems shopping credits. If there is a cash portion, I'm going to get CV from it. If somebody wants to place an order today and pay for it cash, is going to give me CV for it. If anybody sells product and generates VIPs, I get CV from it. Like every day you can accumulate volume. Okay. Now your volume is always going to go into pending. If it's an order, it's going to stay in pending for 7 days in case there is a cancellation. If it's a new shop, it's going to stay in pending for 10 days in case the person decides to cancel the account. It's something, you know, as a Canadian company we offer, which is a 10-day cooling off period. So the volume remains in pending for 10 days. So that's why we always say you have to generate activities every day in order to bring CV every Sunday. Okay. Next. I am in the company, I am generating my $150 in personal volume every month. What's next? In order for you to make and start making binary commissions, which is our third method of income, you have to be, number one, understanding that you have to be a lifestyle advisor so that you can maximize the potential, okay? If you're a lifestyle advisor, you actually receive 3 business centers, okay? Like you see here. 3 business centers that only lifestyle advisors get. If you're a promoter or a retailer, you don't have access to these two. Okay, you only get one shop. If you're a lifestyle advisor, you receive Business Center 1, Business Center 2, which is your left, and Business Center 3, which is your right. Okay, now, when you activate your business center means that you bring one person on the left and one person on the right. Okay, so when you share the business opportunity with one person on the left and one person on the right, now your binary is activated. I want to pause here, and I have given training to many of you on a separate basis that it doesn't really matter if you activate the binary next day that you join, or you activate it in a month, or you activate it in 6 months, or you activate it in a year. It doesn't matter when you're activating it, because in our company, there is no flush of volume as long as you are on Smart Buy. There is no breakage of CV, and all the volume is carried over every single week after week. So even if you don't do it in the first month, sometimes people panic. Oh, I put the person on the left instead of the right, and they were supposed to go here, and and they are upset about it. And I don't like when people get upset. I just think that they just don't see the bigger picture, and they just don't see the bigger opportunity. So I can have my left and my right from the get-go, but it doesn't matter if it's not there yet. My volume will continue to accumulate. So I rather accumulate more volume to just get a bigger paycheck than just looking at the front run. You know, this week I'm going to make $45. Most likely your first cycle is going to be $45 because there is no much activity. So in reality, your first 4 or 5 people, it shouldn't really matter where they go. There is something called business strategy that every single team is teaching, and that you can utilize to leverage the people in your team so that you can have a better, stronger growth in your binary. But that's completely up to you. Corporate doesn't get involved into where the people go. Is they going to go on your right? Is they going to go on your left? It doesn't really matter. But for you and for your understanding, you need to know that if you are an advisor, you get 3 business centers, and then as long as you keep yourself on 150 PV, you're going to have that activation all the time. That means whatever volume comes from the left team, you're going to receive it twice. Okay, you're going to receive it in Business Center 2 and in Business Center 1. If you bring an advisor, you or your team brings an advisor on the right side, you're going to receive the same volume on Business Center 3 and Business Center 1. So you are always going to accumulate volume on the 3 business centers. So one person, one activity, one purchase counts for different recognitions, or for different types of qualifications, which I love. Okay, so you activate it with one person on the left that is generating $150 in personal volume, and one person on the right that is generating $150 in personal volume. Okay, now no one can sponsor, okay, on the inside leg. So you cannot sponsor on the left side of Business Center 3, and you cannot sponsor on this right of the Business Center 2. Okay, so is this clear? Activate your binary means that once you have, and once the software detects that you have at least, listen to this, at least, I'm saying at least, and I'm going to repeat it, at least one person on the left and one on the right. Doesn't mean all you have to do is one in the left and one in the right. It's a very different conversation. Okay, the minimum you need to activate it is one person on the left, one person on the right. But I'm not saying that all you have to do in your entire career is bring one person on the left, one person on the right. So the other day, somebody asked me, so are you telling me that if my person on the left quits, I'm not going to get paid? And I said, absolutely. And the person goes, why? I said, you tell me, why would I pay you if you don't have anybody there? So is it my fault that the person quit? I said, no, it is your fault that you didn't recruit somebody else. Right? So sometimes it's how we see things, right? And they were very surprised, like they were very thankful, like, oh my God, like, thank you for the clarity. Like nobody told me I need to continue. I thought that the only thing I have to do is bring one person on the left, one person on the right. I said, really? Can you imagine? All I have to do in my entire career is bring one person on the left, one on the right. That's it. Do you think that's going to bring longevity? Does that going to bring strength? Is that going to be something that you can carry on for years? You will be very lucky, very lucky. Maybe only if you have, you know, a Renee on the left, a Reza on the right or something, you know. But other than that, I'm saying we never know what's going to happen in life of people, you know. Life and business is like that. One day, we were talking about that this morning, right? We're talking about energy. We're talking about there's going to be days where you want to quit. There's going to be days that are cloudy like today and it's rainy and you feel like cuddling all day because like you just don't want to be outside. And then there's going to be sunny days where you just want to be out and about. So you can't rely your entire business and your entire CV accumulation on two people. I want to make sure that I reiterate this. Okay, that's the minimum. That's the at least. And I always use quotation, at least have one on the left, one on the right. But you cannot rely your commissions on one person. What happens if that person's credit card declined? Can you imagine? So now your entire weekly commission is in jeopardy because that person didn't pay it or that person didn't had a PV or had an emergency that month or something. So this is the minimum, okay? To activate it doesn't mean that's all you got to do. I want to reiterate and stretch it. This month, it happened to many people, okay? Awesome. Now, because the third way I make money, it's called residual, lifelong residual income, okay? What I'm going to do is that once I bring one person on the left and one person on the right, I activate my binary and I'm going to continue to do the same. I'm going to train my team to bring one on the left, one on the right, at least, right? At least, always use the same word to duplicate. And then they're going to do the same and we're going to pay you to infinity. It doesn't matter how many levels down you have, you get sales volume from every single one of those individuals. Okay. You're going to generate again the CV from all sales or orders, shop upgrades, product redemptions to infinity. Now, every time you generate $5,400 in CV on both teams, okay, balance between both, you earn $400 power cycle plus bonus. Now, I want to explain something here. What does bonus means? Because we talk about many, many different bonuses. Every month we talk about it and sometimes we misunderstand the term. My commission is going to come to me whether it rains or shines. I'm doing everything I need to do in my capabilities to have my binary activated, to ditch my team to duplicate, and I'm going to make my commission. That's your power cycle. Bonus, it's something that is given to you added because you went above and beyond. If I do a level 1 cycle, I don't get a bonus. A level 2, I don't get a bonus. A level 3, I don't get a bonus. But because I worked hard to get $5,400 in CV, I get a bonus. Okay, a bonus it's given when you go above and beyond. Okay, when you do something bigger. So bonuses are that. Okay. So on the power cycle, you get $400 in earnings, and then you get a bonus, $30 for convention pool. If you don't know what these bonuses are, you can go to your prosperity book as well. So the convention pool is you save the money, okay? And as soon as we have a convention, I'm excited about that, you are going to receive a big check with your convention pool, okay? This is something that before we were having conventions every year. Obviously with pandemic, it's going to be 2 years that we haven't had an actual convention. Okay. We've always had like product conferences. We have had cruises, the LD cruise 2 times already in Opulence. So the convention pool is getting bigger and bigger. And then you get an extra bonus of $30 for marketing pool. Marketing pool means marketing of your business, things that are going to help your team grow. For example, if you before, I know for a fact of before people were doing events and we were doing tours in different parts of the world. We went to Philippines and Kenya and Singapore and Alberta, for example, or, the leaders are renting a room, for example, in Ottawa, they're having a hotel, they are hosting events, every week, for example, or there is a massive event where the CEO is invited. All of those expenses that you are using or utilizing from your bonus to help your team grow are considered marketing bonus. Okay, some people are buying promo material. So let's say I run a promotion where if you order $500 this month, you are going to receive a package of brochures, compliments of myself, so that you can help build your business. So now I am gifting, as a leader, let's say, Fountain of Life brochures to my team, or the Safe Home Revolution brochure to my team. Why? Because I am helping them grow. I am using it to market my business. Okay, that's marketing. You are utilizing for your team. And all you have to do is you have your expenses, you submit the expenses to our accounting department, and then they approve it or disapprove it, whatever it is. And then we deposit the money in your e-wallet. Okay, so that's marketing bonus as well. Now I'm going to go back to my previous slide to teach you the binary cycle structure. The structure is that you cannot control where the volume is going to come from. You're going to have people on the left and you're going to have people on the right. Okay, maybe your right team becomes stronger because there is 10 people recruiting there. Maybe your left team is your personal team and it's only yourself recruiting. Maybe you're just new. So the volume is never going to be the same. It's not always going to be 500 on each side or 300, not never. Okay, so because the volume is always different, the software is designed to look for 3 different types of combinations. As I told you before, you are going to get paid on all sales on both teams to infinity. What does this means is that it doesn't matter that one side of your team is weaker or has less volume, that you're not going to get paid on it. By the way, most companies only pay you on that left team or on that weak team. And I am very excited when I see that it doesn't matter which one of your teams is weaker, you still get paid on those sales. The only thing that the software is going to look for is at least 1/3 of the value on the one side and 2/3 on the other side. Either or, 1/3 or 2/3, or 2/3 and 1/3, or if you have a pretty good team that's recruiting on both sides, 50-50. Okay, so that's why I color coded it. So if you're looking at 1/3 to 1/3 for the level cycle 1, that is $900, is going to look for 300 on the left, 600 on the right, equals 900. Okay, if I don't have that, 450 on the left or 450 on the right, 900, so 900 total. Or if your left team is bigger, 600 on the left, 300 on the right, 900 total. Okay, the software is going to look for either one of these 3 combinations. And we have 4 different types of cycles. So the cycle level number 1, it's $900. It's going to look for $900 in these 3 combinations. And you're going to get paid a 5% payout of $45. Okay. Now, if you have double and you have 1,800, instead of paying you 2 times 45, we're going to pay you 1 time 100. So the more volume you have, the more money you make. So now on the level number 2, the software is going to look for $1,800 total, either 600 on the left, 1,200 on the right, or 50-50, 900 on the left, 900 on the right, or 1,200 on the left, 600 on the right. As long as I add in total 1,800, I'm going to get paid 5.5%, $100. So I just made an extra 5%. So I can get a raise every week? Yes. So Daniela, I want to make more money. Can I do that? Yes. Okay. So all I have to do is have more volume so that I make more money. Because if I make double, now I'm looking for 3,600. Okay. Instead of making $200, 2 cycles of 100, I'm going to make 220. So if I have enough to cover for $3,600, that means 1,200 on the left, 2,400 on the right, or 50-50, 1,800 on the left, 1,800 on the right, or 2,400 on the left, 1,200 on the right. I'm going to make myself 6.1% commission, which is $220. Isn't that cool? So your job basically on a weekly basis is get more volume, more sales, push the sales. Why? Because the volume comes from selling. The volume comes from recruiting. The volume comes from people ordering products. The volume comes from VIPs. So all I gotta do is talk to more people. Talk to more people. Whether it's yourself or your team. Okay. So the more volume I have, the more money I make. Now, how does the cycles work? You get volume every week, right? From Monday to Sunday. So on Sunday midnight, the software checks more or less to see, number one, if you are PV qualified, that means you have generated $150 in personal volume in the past 30 days. Perfect. Next one. Is your binary activated? Yes. Do you have one person on the left and one person on the right? Both have generated $150 in personal volume in the past 30 days. If the answer is yes, perfect. How much volume do you have? The software is going to find from all your volume in the left and all your volume on the right, what would be the best combination to pay you the most. And obviously based on your rank. If you're an LD1, if you're an LD2, if you're an LD3, depending on your level, it's how much maximum weekly commission you can receive. Okay? So based on that, I'm going to see I made one cycle, level 1, or cycle level 2, or cycle level 3, or a power cycle level 4, $400 in cash, plus $30 in marketing bonus, $30 in convention pool. Okay, so depending on that, on Tuesday, you're going to see we deduct that money from the cycle, sorry, the CV value from your volume. And you're going to see, for example, 300 and 600, $45, 600 and 300, $45, right? Or 1200, 2400, 220, or 1800 and 3600, 400. So depending on how much volume you have, the software is going to deduct from each side, which one has the most, which one has the least, sorry, and then it pays you on Tuesday. So sometimes it could be something pending until Sunday, and then by Tuesday, boom, you get it, so you can get an extra cycle, okay? But you have to make sure that at least, I repeat again, quotation, at least one person on the left is generating 150 PV and one person on the right is generating 150 PV. Okay, some people have said, oh, but you know, the person didn't have the 150. Why is she being penalized? Well, it's not the company penalizing anybody. You're just not following the rule. Right? It's not personal. And I want to make sure we understand it. This is an amazing software where there is millions of dollars invested to calculate for you. Okay. So don't think that Daniela is there calculating. I'm going to give a power cycle 1. I'm going to give it's Naima. She's an amazing host. I'm going to give her power cycle 3. No, it's not like that, right? It is based on what it is. And if you don't get paid, I love when they call and ask why I didn't get paid, why I didn't cycle. So then we go, we dig, you know, and by the way, everything you see is what we see. We see exactly the same thing. So I just go and check. And I'm going to give you an example for the PV. Okay. Imagine my date is on the 21st of the month. Okay. So my smart buy is going to be on the 21st. But this month I needed product before because I'm going to have a trade show. So on the 10th of the month, I went and ordered $1,000 in product, whatever, right? So on the 10th of the month, I made a purchase and I changed my smart buy not to process my smart buy on the 21st because I am already PV qualified. It is the 10th of the month and I already made my purchase because I just needed the products before the 21st. I didn't want to wait until the 21st. Perfect. So I bought on the 10th of the month. And then a couple of Sundays ago, it was the 13th, right? So Sunday the 13th, the software checks, you know, for the upline. Do you have one person on the left on 150 PV in the past 30 days? So from May 13 to June 13, have you made a purchase? Yes, perfect. And then on the other side, it checks for me. It's the 13th of the month. Have I made a purchase between May 13 and June 13? And when did I make my purchase? On the 10th, right? So am I qualified? No, right? Because I made the order on the 10th. So between the 13th of May and the 13th of June, I was not qualified, right? Because I made my order before. So if I had left my smart buy on the 21st and the software on the 13th check, I would have been qualified, right? But there's no right or wrong. It's just that it happened to be that I only had one person qualifying on that day. So I just want to make sure that you understand how the software looks at the dates. And because it's based on a date, if you miss one day, it's going to make a difference somewhere. That's why we created the Smart Buy Freedom and Speed, because this way you don't have to worry about anything. You don't have to be thinking that if the person is qualified or not, right? Because the software is going to run it. But we understand that there's people that their credit card is going to decline, or maybe they lost the credit card, or maybe the credit card expired. It could be many different reasons. So you have to go and update your method of payment. That's it. So I hope this gives you that clarity on why I use the word at least. One person on the left, one person on the right. But don't rely only on one person, okay? I want all of you to make money. Is there any questions on cycles?
There is a question. Toto is asking, can I do my smart buy using my e-wallet?
Of course. So I'm going to show you there. I'm going to show you in my website here. So when you go into your smart buy, there is method of payment. Obviously, I can select, in this case, my credit card on file. But if I edit, I'm going to take you to there again. So you can see it in the bottom in here, where you select your shipping. You cannot change the date. The date is always going to be your shopping credit date. And I can choose credit card, Opulence currency, or e-wallet. Okay. So all you have to do is, if you are going to be changing this every month, make sure you change it for what you want, because if there is no money in the e-wallet, the smart buy is going to decline. If you don't have Opulence currency enough to cover for the balance, remember, for smart buys, you cannot split the money. You can do a little bit in the e-wallet, a little bit in the credit card. Okay, it has to be all processed from the same payment method. So you have these three options: e-wallet, Opulence currency, and credit card on file. Next question.
That's it for now.
Perfect. Let me go to the next one. Now we're going to talk about personal team bonus. Mufon was asking about this. So if you're a lifestyle advisor, you have access to this bonus that the company, I remember when Ramin came up with this bonus, because before everybody was making the same amount of discount. Everybody had access to that. But what we did is that depending on the type of shop that you have, there is a different discount level. So if you're a retailer, why would I have the same discount at an LA? If I'm a promoter, why would I have the same discount as an LA? So I am pushing people to become LA because that's where they're going to maximize their income. But if you're a retailer or a promoter, that's fine. You can always upgrade. So there is a perk. Remember, all the calculations in our company are based on Lifestyle Advisor Canadian pricing. So it doesn't really matter that the company is selling products to the promoters and to the retailers more expensive, because the difference in discount is paid to the advisor. Okay, and look at this. If you are an advisor and you have a promoter, every time the promoter buys product at a 25% discount, the 5% difference is paid to you. And if you are an advisor and you have retailers, every time they go make a purchase with the 20% discount, the 10% difference is paid to you. So I love my Mickey Mouse numbers. When I have a retailer and I have 10 people retailers, and the 10 people are making a purchase of minimum $500 a month, because we know, for example, if you are retailing product, retailers are people who are only retailing, right? They don't care about compensation plan, binary commissions. They are only buying wholesale to sell retail, and they're buying a family pack, for example, every month that we already saw it's about $600 to $700. So I'm making it minimum of $500 just because they are actively selling. That's $5,000 in purchases. So the 10% difference from what they paid and what you earn is the 10%. So $500 goes to you. This, I hope, answers your question, move on. But if you have promoters, and the same thing, they're buying one family pack every month. All you're doing is one family pack. That's 12 bottles, by the way. That's about $240 in profit. I don't think it's much, but some people who are not actively building the business might be in here. So if you're not actively building the business, but you're selling bottles here and there, and you're buying a family pack a month to get one free bottle, that's $500 purchase every month. If you have 10 promoters, that's extra $250 for you. Does this answer your question, Mufon? I know you had questions about personal team bonus. So if someone is buying $150 in shopping credits, 5% or 10% is what you get. But retailers are normally not on shopping credits, so you will get 10%, which is $3.50 if they are buying only $35 shopping credits every month. So that's where I want you to think outside the box, because what type of people you are recruiting? How are you selling the business opportunity to people? So when I look retailers accounts that only have $35 shopping credits, I know it's a person that is not building the business. It's a person who's only consuming the product. I rather keep those people as VIPs than having a shop just because they're buying one bottle at a discount. It happened to me 2 days ago. For example, there was this partner. She called. She is in a lot of pain. She's a retailer, or she has been a retailer for like a year, and she hasn't made a purchase in a couple of months. She had $35 in shopping credits ultra in her account, but she wasn't renewed. So she was buying a bottle as a retailer, like a VIP, for $78. And I said, and she didn't have money, right? So she's struggling financially. And I said, if you don't renew your account, number one, you're buying at retail. So the $35 that you already have in the account will count as retail shopping credit. So you will buy $35 in value instead of 50, for example. Number one. Number two, when you renew your account, you get 1,000 Opulence points plus 2 bottles of the Fountain of Life for free with your next purchase. So why don't you renew for $100 and then buy your bottle of Fountain of Life at wholesale instead of retail? So you're going to pay about $60 instead of $78. So you save $15. Plus you're paying $20 for shipping for one bottle. But if you renew, I can include the 2 free bottles with that order. So now you're paying the same $20 for 3 bottles. How is that not a blessing to someone? Yes? So I wonder if you're picking up the phone and calling your team members and sharing all these benefits with them. She was like super thankful. We were able to help her. She's renewed. She has her bottle. She can have a smart buy. Like, I don't suggest to have smart buys for one bottle, just if it's people that really love the products and they want to save money on shipping. I love bulk shipping. Make my package bigger, pay the shipping once. But believe it or not, we have retailers buying 1 bottle of FOL every month. So if they don't mind shipping, that's fine. But we have something very cool, which is shopping credits, right? So they can buy shopping credit. Whenever they need product, they redeem. Shopping credits have a little bit more product for all the months that they don't have to pay shipping. So always put yourselves in the customer's position. Is your partner, how can I do to go above and beyond for you? What can I do to bring the product to you? And I know there's many testimonials here of people that, oh, I'm traveling tomorrow. Can you bring me 6 bottles because I'm going to be gone for a month? What if you don't have the stock? Right? So you have to be prepared. Does this answer your question, move on for personal team bonus? Awesome. Next one. Number 5, monthly global revenue sharing. I know you are masters on this. You have understand and masterized this, but it's worth to say it for those of you who are new and have never seen it. You can earn money beyond your personal organization. When we say beyond your personal organization, is because if your team is made of 2 people, the bonus comes from the sales of the entire company, okay? Sales of all the world. What we do is we carry all the power cycles together and split it into shares to give that extra bonus. That's why it's a sharing, okay? Monthly global revenue sharing. Everybody puts that money, like everybody, the sales from everybody goes into that pool. If you are qualified and you're a lifestyle advisor, you get 1 share. If you're a lifestyle director 1, you get 2 shares. If you're a lifestyle director 2, 3, 4, royal presidential, 3 shares. Okay, so depending on what's your rank, it's how many shares you're going to receive. And if you meet the criteria, so we divide the sharing, okay, or we divide the bonus into shares based on how many people qualified and how many shares are to be given. Okay, now how do you qualify for that? So there is 3 ways to qualify for MGRS. Okay, number 1, we call it the traditional method, which is we gather everything you buy, everything you sell, everything you launch, everything you upgrade in CV value together to generate $2,500 in PV. So all you need is minimum, remember, at least, never forget my word, okay? At least $150 in personal volume, plus at least 1 lifestyle promoter or 1 lifestyle advisor, plus at least $200 new retail sales, plus a combination of volume between everything you buy, everything you sell, and everything you launch, and everything you upgrade together in CV value. That's called bonus qualifying volume of 750. So when you buy product, personal volume is products that you buy for yourself, products that you buy to sell, or shopping credits that you save for the future. If you bring an LP, you get $200 CV. If you bring an LA, you get $500 CV. All of this is in CV value, okay? I want you to always remember. Okay? If you are selling product, the minimum you need, the minimum requirement is $200 in NRS, but you can have 1 VIP buying $200 or 4 VIPs buying $50. It doesn't matter. As long as minimum is 200, you're qualified. Now you have to generate $750 in bonus qualifying volume. Where does the bonus qualifying volume comes from? And we design a beautiful calculator in your back office that you can add the values there of what you're doing in the month to see what else you can do to achieve the BQB. Every end of the month, we get tons of calls. People, what do I need to do? What do I need to buy? How can I make it happen? Right? So my best bet is go get a VIP to buy products, right? Because 100% of whatever you sell counts towards NRS, number 1, if it's a new VIP, and number 2, the volume from those sales come to your BQB. If you are buying product, it's just a little bit, I would say, it's just a little bit harder to achieve because only 50% of the CV value of your purchase counts. So I'm going to give you an example, and I'm going to open here my whiteboard. I know you like when I do whiteboards. So
we get that, Danny. Another question came in, a very interesting one. Khadija is asking, if you have a business partner who did not renew and no longer interested, if you get them to become a member again, renewed, would they get back on where they were before leaving, or the person who bring them back to get under different leg?
Oh, very good question.
Yeah.
So even though that's not related to MGRS, so If the person didn't renew, they are free to go anywhere. If they launch on a new shop, it is a new person, it is considered a new account, they can go anywhere in the binary. If you are renewing your account, you're always going to go back to the same person, always, you are in the same position. Okay, you are not going to be in the same team if you are on a new account. If you are going back to the same person, let's say Neima, I was just off for a year and I want to come back under you and I have only 1 year of renewal, I can come back into your team, pay my renewal, and I go to the same position. I just have more volume because I have more people in the team. But if you're going with someone else, you're just going to a different team. And you can definitely do that as long as you were inactive. Okay? You cannot be changing teams and using the same old account. You can't. We all can have only one account in the binary. So going back to what I was sharing is $150 shopping credit equals $45 CV. Okay. For BQB, I'm going to put here BQB qualification. Okay. $150 in shopping credit equals actually 150 PV. My 150 PV equals, okay, if I was to do this, I can put times 30% push-up equals 45 CV, okay? So when I buy shopping credits, I don't get the CV, it's my upline. But for BQB qualifications, my 50% of my PV, which is $150, 50% of this in CV value will be 45. 50% of this counts towards my BQB. So 45 divided by 2 equals how much? 2250 BQB. Okay. So if I want to know how much do I need to buy in order to get my BQB, and you're buying shopping credits, it's 50%. Now, what happens is this could be shopping credits, fashion, personal care, or beauty because it's 30% push-up. But let's say I am buying $150 in FOL. 150 FOL equals, right? If I am in Canada, equals 150 PV times 60%, right? Because it's FOL. So now I made how much? 90 CV. Are we on the same page? Are you following me? So my $90 CV of FOL. So 90 divided by 2 equals 45 BQB. So the calculator allows you to put, are you buying health products? How much? $300. Perfect. So if you're buying $300 of FOL, you're having this much of PB and this much of BQB. So you can see, obviously the best thing will be to sell the product to a VIP so you can get the 60% push-up. But if you don't have another VIP, it's the last day of the month, people are trying to qualify, a lot of people are buying product. It's just that when they see how much they have to buy, imagine if you're missing $150 in BQB, that's 3 times this or 4 times this. So 4 times 45 BQB will be about $600 in products. Okay, so always look at your calculator before the end of the month so you can give options. And I love when I have options because customers can be like, oh, okay, do I need FOL? Do I need skincare? Maybe if I buy a Safe Home Revolution package, right? So always look at the different options that you have so that you can do it with anticipation. Okay, you're not rushing at the end of the month, or you're calling me, Danny, it's 11:59. I need to place my order and it didn't go through. Why you didn't do it yesterday, right? Do not wait until the last minute. Why are you waiting until the last minute? You have 30 days to make it happen. Why are you placing an order at 11:59? Okay.
Okay, Khadija, Dan is asking to repeat that question. That person who wants to, if they want to come back or if they, renew, what's going to happen? She asking to repeat that question, please.
I'll repeat the answer.
The answer, yeah, the answer.
Again, let me find different words in case I wasn't clear. Let's say, Naima, you didn't renew with me. You are in my team and your renewal was in May. You're not active. So I called you and say, Naima, you want to come back into the company. You know, you were supposed to renew in May. It's $100. You get 2 free bottles of Fountain of Life. Daniela, I don't want to know anything about the business. I don't want to come back. No problem. That's it. I finished with you. Then next Sunday, when you are doing your groceries, somebody approaches you, invites you to be a part of a Fountain of Life, and that person is excited, and you're like, okay, I already have an account with the company. You're like, no, but I didn't renew. Perfect. You want to come back new? Okay, no problem. You can go back with that person and start new from fresh, from zero. You have to buy new package. So you can have another account with the company, different account in a different binary. But you cannot have two same accounts active, okay? You cannot build two positions. That's illegal. That's against policies, okay? So the person can join with you. If they haven't renewed, just pay your renewal and you're activate again. You're active in the same position that you were before. If you want to start fresh from zero with another team in a different country, whatever, you are more than welcome to do so, but you have to be inactive. Your account has to be canceled. You have to be not renewed, okay? In order to have another account in a different team with a different person. Does that answer your question?
It's very clear this time.
Awesome. Okay. So let's continue.
Okay, the calculation of the BQ, BVQ, I don't know, I think backwards. Please show your number calculation, show that again. Could they just asking that question again?
So it's right here. So when you buy shopping credits and they push 30% in the binary, that's 45 CV. Inside the BQB, the 45 CV, it's at 50%, only from what you buy. Okay, so what you buy divided by 2, that's your BQB. Only from what you buy, okay? This is from personal purchases, from the PV. Okay, so I'm gonna go back to the qualifications. So that's traditional method. Second method is buy the momentum package. You buy the momentum package, 50 bottles of FOL, you receive a little portion in shopping credits. The company gives you $500 for free in shopping credits, 30,000 Opulence points you get as a gift from achieving MGRS. Okay, so guess what happens? You qualify automatically, you get an extra bonus, $500 for free. Like, this is no brainer. So for those who want to make the investment, 50 bottles that you're going to be selling in the month, like you are on a mission to make your money, you're doing presentations every day, you are getting new VIPs every day. Fantastic. That's your profit right there. This is good for the people who are doing direct sales, person to person, belly to belly, my neighbor, my coworker, you know, my family members, or you have product in different places. Very good option. And the third method is for the same people like that are making the investment, but they just don't do it at one spot. You generate $2,500 in PV. All of the three generate the same amount of PV. Okay, all of the three generate the same amount, so it's fair for everybody. Whatever choice you make is up to you. So if you are buying product, you can also do it. And the reason why we created this is for countries like Mexico or Philippines, or where people are selling product, but they don't have $2,500 to make it at one time. So you can do one family pack a week, no problem, right? Or every 4 days, or I can do 6 bottles at a time. I see, for example, people locally that don't have to pay shipping, they come pick up their orders, they do 6 bottles at a time, maybe because they buy as they get the money from their customers. So you can do that too. I just think it's more money, but if you don't have the $2,500 to make the investment, you save a lot of money on the bottles, you get $500 for free in products, plus you get 30,000 Opulence points. That's a no-brainer for me. But if you don't have the money to make the investment or the credit card to pay it off in 30 days, I'm telling you, if I was on the field, I would be buying momentum package every month. Why? Because I want the product to be cheaper so I can make more profits, right? I'm still, my expense doesn't change. My expense is the same, but it's just costing me less. So if I can't change how much I spend, and I cannot bring the product higher, I'm not going to give it more expensive to my people, right? So I have to lower the expense to make more profit. But if you want to do it little bit by little by little by little, you can do flawless today, sensual tomorrow, FOL the next day. So if I generate $2,500, I qualify for MGRS. Rank advancement incentives, that's number 6, I believe, 6 or 7. Okay, every time you rank advance, there is a new incentive. So we have luxury cruise achievers here, we have summit achievers here, we have exotic vacation achievers here, and then we have first class travel for presidential and private jet travel for royal. Okay, every year. Opulence points, next way of making money is opulence points. Why I love opulence points is because we wanted it, when we created the opulence points, we want to make sure people are not only focusing on one product. We're not a one product company. We're a 1,000 product company. And by earning points because I'm working, by earning points because I am generating revenue, it's awesome. Then I exchange my points for the products that I love. Now, how can I make profits on this? Is I can sell these products. So I can either use my points to order products for my customers and pay the difference, maybe. I can pay the difference and still make 100% profits on the portion that was given to me for free. So if I launch a lifestyle advisor, before I was getting 47,000 opulence points, now you're getting 60,000. Can you imagine? Plus $7,500 when you, 7,500 opulence points when you qualify for MGRS. So you basically get the points and then you redeem the points for whatever products you want. Okay. Now I love to make cash out of this because you can definitely have this as a potential for selling products. How many people have tell you, oh my God, I love your necklace. You want it? I sell it from my back office. You can have it right now. Right? Like, and you're taking things off of your chest and your, because people are just complimenting on you. Or I can get you a new one, right? It's available on my online shop. So why not? Okay. Opulence Car Club. So I love this program, not only because it comes from different people and it's me helping my team succeed, but at the same time, depending on my rank advancement is the level that I have. Okay. So it goes from $500, $750, $1,000, $1,500, $2,000, and $4,000. So depending on your rank advancement, you have that amount of money. Okay. Any questions?
We have 4 questions that came in. Farida is asking if any of my binary collapses or withdraw, can I recruit another binary or?
Absolutely. The binary will not change. The person will remain there, whether they're active or inactive. They will never lose their position, which is something very cool. Because even if I didn't renew for 2 years and I want to come back, I just pay my 2 years renewal. I get my free bottles of FOL and I am back at the same position. It could happen, right? It could happen. So if you're just not going to lose your position, the position is safe there for you. When you're ready to build, you come back if you want, right? I've never seen that in the market. If you're out, you're out. When you come back, you go down to the latest level. You go down to whatever it's the new team. You always go to the bottom of the binary. because that's why timing is important, right? If you come back today, whether you came back 3 years ago or 5 years ago, it doesn't matter, because if you're inactive, you're inactive. But if you want to come back, you pay the years that you owe and you're back in business. You have access to all the new stuff. Now, I'm going to tell you an example. If you ever happen to be with a person that, you know, if you've been in the business long enough to know this, but let's say Renee has a team member that hasn't been in the business for 6 years, and they owe 6 years of renewal. That's $600. They're going to get 2 free bottles of the Fountain of Life from 2019. So that's about 4 bottles, right? 6 bottles, 1,000 Opulence points for last year. So they get a lot of perks for coming back, right? Do they want to join again and get the new perks as a new account? They can definitely do it, but they will go to the bottom of the binary if they are coming back with a new account. If they want to come back in the older position, they have to pay the renewal. Okay? Same account, same benefits. The rank is never lost. So if they were LD2, they will come back as LD2s. They just have to reactivate their team. And of course, make up to make commissions, because commissions are based on your daily activity, not on your rank from 5 years ago, right? But you were an LD2 at that time, so you know you don't lose the rank. It's there. You're just not making the money that a person at that level would be making. But it's available, which I absolutely love, because most companies, you can't ever come back at the same older position. Next question.
Okay, Margaret said, please show the calculator slide and explain how I can determine the amount of BQV, BVs, and CVs.
So BQV comes from the CV of your people, of your team, of your personal work. So I'm gonna go back to my whiteboard. So all you have to worry about, and this is where sometimes people wanna see where the volume is coming from, and all you need to know is understand your values. Okay, BQB comes from the CV of what you buy at 50%, right here. BQB comes from the CV of what you launch. So if you have an LA, you get 500. If you have an LP, you get 200. And BQB comes from the CV of your VIP sales. So if they bought FOL, 60% off the lifestyle advisor pricing. If they bought shopping credits, fashion, beauty, or personal care, 30% of what they buy. So BQB is just assume and adding all the volumes together. That's what the BQB does. So if you look in your back office and you are at $700 at the end of the month and you need $750 to qualify, you're missing $50 BQB. What you need to do is create more volume. How do you create more volume? Having a new VIP buying product, buying yourself. If you need $50 BQB, more or less is $150 in FOL or $300 of shopping credits. So what do I need to buy in order to generate $50 BQB? Well, at least, $350 shopping credit or $150 in FOL. Can I bring a new LP? Absolutely. You get $200 CV in the BQB. So the same volume that you use in the CV is the same volume we're calculating for BQB in that calendar month. It is the same value. It's like, I call it like double dipping, right? You're using the same activity and the same qualification for different things, because the same CV you use in MGRS is the same CV you use for car. The same LA you use to qualify for MGRS is the same LA that qualifies you for car. Isn't that awesome? So you're getting the same person, the same one lady that you brought into the business, or the same gentleman you bring into the business helps you to qualify for MGRS and for car, both for the same concept in the same month. So the same VIP that bought $200 in new retail sales counts for car than it counts for MGRS. So you have to separate the values. PV is what you buy. The CV value of what you buy, okay, it's 30% or 60% depending on what you buy for the CV, for the upline, okay, it goes into the binary. And that same CV at 50% becomes BQB. So the same purchase qualifies you for PV, for CV, and for BQV. It just has a different value. Okay, so we have to look at specific scenarios if you need a further explanation, and we can make some examples here if you want. If you have examples, just type them in the chat so we can look at every example. Next question.
Stephen is asking, my 150 is due by the 21st of the month. I did pay on June 21st. If I place order between July 20th, will I qualify?
Yes. So you qualify for what? Let's look at it like this, because everything that you do qualifies you for different things. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. The same value of what you buy is the same CV that goes into the binary, and that same CV at 50% goes for your BQB. The same purchase qualifies you for different things. So depending on what are you qualifying for. So tell me, what do you want to qualify for so I can tell you? If you can put it in here in the chat for me.
Okay, the other question is, how many points does one bottle of FOL have? Is it 26 or 28?
Perfect. 26.25 was before we increased the pricing. It's based on how much you're paying. So on June 21st, this person bought 150 PV. Sorry, 100 in shopping credit. That equals 150 PV equals $45 CV. Are we on the same page? Now, this order qualifies you until July 21st. The software is going to check again on July 21st. So if between June 21st and July 21st, there was purchases, in all this time there was a purchase, is going to qualify you. Okay, whatever purchase. So if by July 21st, when the software checks again, you have made a purchase here in the middle, but if you made it June 30th, it qualifies you, but it doesn't qualify. It qualifies you for PV, but it doesn't qualify you for Smart Buy discount, because the Smart Buy discount starts from July 1. Oh, sorry, July 1st. Okay, so you have to think of what do you want this order to qualify you for. If you made it June 30th, it qualifies you for June, so you have the discount in July. But if you made it in July 1st, it will qualify you for July, so you can continue to have your discount in August. So we have to look at when are we buying based on our dates. That's exactly the example I was sharing with you. The person who ordered on the 10th just because they needed product, well, it happens to be that June 13, it checked from June 13 to July 13. It didn't qualify her because she placed the order on the 10th. So there is no right or wrong. It just, it happens to be that the dates matter, right? Any more questions?
Still more. Okay, Margaret said, amount of money for any person qualify for MJRS. How much money do I need to pay, to buy to make up BQV using the calculator?
Yeah. So depending on how much is missing. If you want to buy it, it's right here. This is if you buy it. Okay. So this is going to be, I don't think I can edit. Oh, can I edit what it was before? Yeah. Okay. If you are, this is BQB qualifications from personal volume. That means if you are buying. So if you need 45 BQB, you need to buy $150 in FOL, Lifestyle Advisor Canadian pricing, or $300 in shopping credits, because shopping credits pushes 30%. So you will get 20 to 50. If you need $45, you need double, right? So you need $300 in shopping credits to get 20 to 50. So if you buy 300, you will get 45, and so on and so forth. So some people, instead of just order, if they don't need product, they buy shopping credit, but if they need product, they just buy FOL. Now, BQB qualifications from NRS if it's coming from a new retail sales, okay, from a VIP. If your VIP buys, let's say $300 in FOL, equals $300 NRS, because NRS is dollar to dollar, right? They are generating $300 in NRS. Now, how much this is BQB? Now, $300 in FOL. This is Canadian pricing, okay? Make sure this is Canadian value. If you are in international country, you have to deduct your zone pricing. If this is $300 in USA, it's not going to be the same $300 in Singapore or Philippines, because Philippines is at 40% and Singapore is at 40% and Kenya was at 70%. So depending on your country is the value. You need to look at the PV value of that product. So $300 from an NRS, you have to convert it into LA Canadian pricing. Okay. So how much is $300 FOL in Canadian pricing? Grab your calculators. 300 times 70%, it's 210. 210. I'm not seeing here. Okay. Okay, 210 LA Canadian price. So 210 LA Canadian price times 60% push-up, okay, times 60% equals 126 CV. So my $300 sales is going to count as 300 NRS, but the CV value, which is 126 CV, it also counts towards my BQB. So it's going to become 126 CV equals, sorry, 126 BQB. Okay. The same volume that my NRS counted for my qualification, the CV value of that NRS counts towards my BQB. Okay. And I see more questions coming up. Ask the questions on the chat so Naima can tell me, please.
Okay, I see another one came in. So, Caroline is asking, do you get CV when VIP makes a purchase?
Yeah, this one, right? Now, yourself, so CV from a VIP, you don't get because you are making retail profits. But if you have partners who have VIPs, you do get the volume in their names. Okay, so I'm going to give you an example. I sell product to Naima. She's my VIP. I make retail profits on Naima's purchases. So I get NRS, okay? Naima buys a $300 FOL. I get $300 NRS. I get 30% profit, okay? That's $90 retail profit for me. But the CV value of her purchase, which is $126, is gonna go to my upline binary commissions, okay? In the binary, is gonna show with my name. So let's say Ifra was my sponsor. So Ifra will see my name in the volume, is gonna see 126 CV sales purchase. Okay, you're gonna see it as a purchase because VIPs are not part of the binary. If you open the binary tree, you don't see VIPs there. Okay, VIPs are one line under the person. They don't have a binary placement. So the only way they can track a binary placement is towards me because I am the partner. My VIP doesn't have a placement in the binary. So it's going to generate sales volume definitely to my upline to infinity. Okay, so if I was looking to the bottom, I will see the sales CV from all the VIPs of my downlines under their names. Does that answer the question?
Hopefully it's clear. Let me check the chat.
Perfect.
I don't see
because we always get all of these different questions.
Okay, Danny, I don't see any questions. Oh, one coming. I was gonna ask you one of mine, but Caroline said, yes, that is clear.
Perfect. And your question?
Okay, I bought a product yesterday, about like $1,500, and it gave me the option to spin the wheel. When I, clicked on the wheel, it said I am not qualified for it, and I couldn't figure why.
You're not okay. the spin wheel, now you have the price for the next order. The spin wheel, you earn it by shopping, for example. So you place the order, you earn the spin wheel. Okay. Now, when the order is finished, if you go log in right now, you get the spin wheel for your next order. So remember this, that whatever price you earn is not for that order, it's for your next order. It's just to keep you coming back, okay? We want to make sure people are using the app just because it's newer technologies. And it's just at your fingertips. So people are loving it because they are actually ordering from the website.
Now I understood. Thank you for clarifying that.
Awesome.
I see 2 people hands raised. I'm not sure if you
Awesome.
want to bring them up or.
Who do we have? Nobody?
Oh, sorry, I was muted at the whole, talking at the whole, the whole time. So I see Jeff and I see Essential Phone doesn't have a name. So okay, let me bring them up. I'm using a phone, so it's kind of going back and forth. Okay, Jeff, you can unmute yourself.
Hi, Jeff. Maybe they raised it by accident.
Yeah, could be. I also see Essential Phone, like a. Okay, I don't see your name. I only see Essential Phone. If you can unmute yourself.
I think that's Lorraine.
Oh, okay.
How are you?
Yeah, I guess maybe it could be an accident.
No problem. All right, so we have 5 more minutes to finish our call and to get all your questions answered. So let's get all of you super on track. I love it. Thank you for your patience. I am very patient. Hi, John. Welcome. Awesome. So I am utilizing this next 10 minutes in case you don't have more questions. For those of you who were not on our training Crossfire call this past Monday, I want to share with you that I don't know, it's just been a great journey, but this product, it's been on the making for like a year, and I'm like super excited to have it like right coming. It's going to be here in less than we think, and I'm thinking for July it's going to be here. So I'm going to just put the video so you can enjoy it, and I hope you love it as much as we did. We are in the making of all of these promo videos for you, so you can have more digital content to share, to put it on WhatsApp, to do lives. I see many of you doing YouTube lives, sharing the virtual launches, having people come and learn from your products. All you guys gotta become loud. Talk about it. So I hope you enjoy it. It's 33 seconds. Let's enjoy. Awesome. Oh my God. I think that if you start sharing these, and I am going to see if next week we can do like a super special training on sales strategies, but I would be super excited sharing obviously all of this. Let me turn off the video here. And I would be calling all my customers. Did you know? Would you love to be part of my test panel? I am going to be giving away hand sterling, micro silver lotion for all my customers who would love, love, love to try it and give me their opinion. Like, I want you to be testing out this product with every single person that you know, because I promise you, when they experience it, how is this making an impact? Are you doing the same with micro silver spray? I would love for you to be a part of my test panel. This month, I'm going to be doing a test panel with 150 people that would love to try my sterling hand. It's not actually not hand only, hand and body lotion. It is microsilver, it is antimicrobial, right? It cleans microbes, it protects your skin, it has shea butter, olive oil. Like, I want you to become a master of talking about our products. So when you are introducing people to the products, by the way, I'm looking for quality people that do love what I do. Do you know someone who would love to do what I do? Just asking the right questions will take you to the next level. And I hope that these trainings are helping you and motivating you every week to evolve, to change, to, fix and tweak the things that are not working for you. Okay. Any questions before we finish the call?
Yes, I do see a question came in.
Mm-hmm.
Iceland is asking, so if I launch an LA and purchase a family pack, I will qualify for MJRS?
If you buy the family pack, no. You still need, like, if you have an LA, that's 500 CV. If your VIP buys, you will get, I believe it's 256 CV. Let me do the calculation. So 28 per bottle times 12, that's 336. Yeah, you would qualify for MGRS if the VIP buys the family pack. Absolutely. That will give you $500 for the LA, 336 for the family pack from the VIP. That's already 886. So plus 500, yeah, 836. Okay. So it's obviously you have to do your 150 PV. It doesn't necessarily have to be the family pack. The reason why I love family pack is just easier for my brain. Instead of calculating how many bottles, if I'm training people to do a minimum of a family pack a month, that's 12 bottles a month. Really, don't look at how much you're buying. You have to look at how much you're making. So one family package, 12 bottles times $20 per bottle, that's $240 profit. Do you want to be in a business where you're making $240 a month? If that's your goal, that's great. I congratulate you, and we're here to show you how. But I don't think any of you on this call are here to make $240 a month. You're here for the bigger money. You're here to bring, 1,000, 2,000, 5,000, 10,000, 60,000. Like, I don't know, you give me the number. But $240 really is the minimum. That's why I love the word at least. Like, that's your at least, right? Like, a family pack is really 12 bottles. You should be selling it in 12 days. If you're doing one bottle a day, that's $20. Can you all survive with $20 a day? Right? If $20 is what you want, then that's awesome, because that means you're doing above of what you wanted. But if your goal is $200 a day or $500 a day, I was talking about this with the team in Mexico. I said, I do not go to bed until I sell my Fairy Flawless Totale package when I was in the field. That was my goal for the day. It was my one Totale a day. So I was doing facials and training people how to take care of their skin, because that was my goal. Because I know maybe not everybody's going to buy a necklace every day, right? So you have the potential, the products are there. All you have to do is take the bull by the horns and go to work. Okay, if you have any more questions, I see here.
Yeah, I see one.
If I launch in LA and purchase, oh, that's the one you asked me.
That's
Perfect.
It's another one. Louise said, many people don't want to make a purchase with their cell. They feel more secure on their computer. Does that mean they will be penalized and lack a lot of promo?
No, it's not penalized. If they don't want to buy online, that's not a problem. You can buy the products for them. You can create the products for them. I'll tell you an example. One time I was invited to a party. This party, they were selling jewelry. Remember, I've been in direct sales 18 years, right? So all of these people that were basically introducing to products, I go to all the parties. I want to know all the products because I know they are the best products. So I go to this party and I see this beautiful necklace. I just love jewelry. So I'm like, okay, I want this. you know, I said, I'm going on a trip this Friday. Do you think it's going to make it on time? She goes, no. I said, well, I don't want to order it, but I want it. I said, do you want to give me this? Like, I want to take it now. I'm not going to wait. You know what she did? No problem. She created my account. I don't want to go online. I don't care. I don't want to give you my credit card. I can pay you how much it is, $200, whatever. Gave her the money. She ordered from my account that she created for me with my name, but her address, and they just ship it to her. So if the customer is just hesitant and doesn't want to give you her credit card, no problem, give it to me in cash. And then you do what you think is best. You can either sell it direct, sell person to person, or if you need the NRS, create the account for them and give that royalty service to your customers. Do it for them, okay? Next question.
Okay, can you show the best training and testimonials webinars on the website table?
Yeah, so basically you go to Opulence webinar and it takes you to all the webinars that we have a week. But if you want to learn about product, obviously Monday night, 8 p.m., product crossfire. And it's also recorded. So if you are in Europe or Israel or those countries where people are not logging on at 2 or 3 a.m. in the morning, if you don't want to be on a call, the recordings are available as well. So you can go on YouTube and find them there. But thousands of testimonials. Facebook groups are amazing for testimonials too. And just keep on loading them there. People stop sharing testimonials. And I find that the more testimonials we have, it just gives that activity, right? That sense of people are continuously sharing their testimonials. So I hope that helps as well. Awesome, team. Well, I hope that you all learn. I think we talk about many things today. We didn't even make it to the rank advancements, but I know it's great calls and I love to do these questions. So always write your questions, bring them for the next Saturday so that we can continue with this amazing training. Thank you, team, and I'll see you all next week.
Thank you, Danny. That was amazing training as always. And I myself learned a lot today. And I also want to remind everyone that we're going to have that, a later cocktail tomorrow. I haven't looked the later yet, my bad. But please don't forget.
Actually, you're going to get to meet her. She's our Chinese leader. Henry's going to be helping co-host. Hanmei is phenomenal. And she's going to be sharing with you how she made China go to the top 5. So I'm excited. And I hope you all can give amazing support tomorrow. Naima, thank you so much for hosting, my dear.
Thank you very much. And everyone, good night and good morning to the billion.